Good afternoon. My name is Brandon Haycox. I'm an intervention specialist at the Tomorrow Center, which is in Mount Gilead, Ohio. I'm finishing up my mild to moderate master's in special education. And I wanted to give you a presentation on my website that I created. My goal was to find out how technology can increase math fluency. As you can see here on my home page, my goal is to give you insight and ideas of how to help your students with math fluency. I've researched many apps and websites to give you choices in helping your students. The main piece that I was researching was Fast Math, which helps to be able to build fluency in addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So I was researching that. I found some good articles that show that along with traditional paper and pencil, by supplementing with Fast Math, that this is helps a lot to be able to help our students with math fluency, because their fluency skills are pretty bad, as I've seen going into the classroom and seeing a lot of my kids suffer counting on their fingers and that all that sort of stuff. So here's a link to Fast Math if you want to check it out. There's all kinds of things that you can look at here. So I gave you that link. Kind of want to walk you through here. So here on my introduction page, my purpose of this website was to increase basic arithmetic, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division facts to impact student achievement in higher level math classes. I want them to have a desire to learn. I want them to be able to understand order of operations, fractions, because without these basic fluency in math, they can't move on to fractions or equations and things like that, because their confidence is so low and they have to spend so much time and so much mental capacity trying to figure out how to solve these simple problems, addition, subtraction. I wanted to find fun, interactive ways for them to be able to do this, so it's like they're not even doing it. They're having a good time doing it and they enjoy learning. That's what my purpose of this was. My topic for this project, I will be focusing on how technology, Fast Math, iPad apps, and Promethean board games can help increase math fluency in students. So I found that Fast Math is very good. From what I found out, I found I have a lot of iPad apps and Android apps on here that you can check out that I'll show you here in a few minutes. And I have a Promethean board game on here that you can check out. It's a basketball game that you can use with your kids if you have a smart board or Promethean board. My rationale, learning math facts can be so boring. Students hate learning their math facts. I want to be able to find out new ways of getting students to be engaged in math fluency. I want students to be successful in higher level math classes. Without these fluency skills, they will struggle in pre-algebra, algebra, and beyond. I observe that students who struggle in math fluency cannot follow simple math rules because they are concentrating so hard on arithmetic skills. For example, I had a student who was learning order of operations. I posted the rules on the board. He was so preoccupied with his fluency that he couldn't follow the rules that were directly in front of him. He was counting on his fingers to figure out basic multiplication. So the same way in reading fluency and comprehension, students who concentrate so hard on fluency and other word pronunciation cannot comprehend what they're reading. This is so same way in math. This is why it's so vital for them to learn these facts. I'm trying to find out other ways possible for them to understand their facts. I need to take advantage of the technology I've been given in the classroom, because my students are so tech savvy. They need to be stimulated in other ways. And multiplication cards don't work for all kids, just like apps and Fast Math don't work for all kids. They're good supplemental, but shouldn't be a means to the end. Alright, so my goal, this inquiry is to help me incorporate more technology into my classroom and make learning more fun for my students. This project will help my students to self-assess excuse me, and take ownership for their learning. These are the 21st century skills that I wanted to do, that I want to hit on. Creativity and innovation, applying existing knowledge to generate new ideas, research and information fluency, critical thinking, problem solving and decision making. I want them to be able to collect and analyze data. I have to collect and analyze data every day to find out how I can better their education, and if they can start to figure out how that works and pertains to them, then they're going to have to take ownership for their own learning too, and it's going to help them to be able to grow. My steps in this whole process: I researched the technology, I learned how to use it, I played with the apps, I had a lot of fun with that, using those. Some of them I didn't want to put down. And the third thing is develop an annotated bibliography, which I'm still currently working on that. Here's my timeline that I had, that I was going on, and here's kind of just wrapping it up. You know, I want to find out about this technology. I don't want my students to hate learning. A lot of them don't like math, and I just want them to be able to succeed. So I want them to be able to survive and thrive in math. Alright, here are some websites that I have. Here's my home page here for my apps. I have a bunch of different ones here that I want to show you. This one's called 10 Monkeys. It's free on Android, and it's $1.99 on the iPad. Basically what you do is you're trying to, the monkeys are trapped, and you have to use your multiplication skill to get them to escape. The multiplication factors go from 2 up to 10, and there's also mix modes. Once you get better, you can mix at it. There's also a video down here if you want to check some more about it. You can check out that, see how you like it. And it's not this July 4th, this upcoming, it's been out for a while. Here's another game. My students love this game. Math versus the Undead. You have addition and subtraction starting out, and then they put multiplication and division into it. And the little guy throws protractors, rulers, and compasses at the walking zombies. There's no blood or guts here. So it's a good game to have. And here's some screenshots of this game. It's free on Android and it's free on iPad, so they can also play it on the internet too. My kids play it all the time at school. So check that one out. That's pretty cool. Math Workout, I actually have this on my cell phone. It's free on Android, free on iPad. It has all 4 operations. It also has it has options of mixed facts that you can do. It also has a math blaster game, kind of like Space Invaders on Atari, for all you people that are in your 30s that know about Atari. So you can, it's collaborative. They can play it together. It's very competitive, so kids are able to also advance with this Brain Cruncher game. They give them a number to start out with, and then they tell them to multiply it by 4, which would be 8, and they tell them to subtract 3, then they'll tell them to multiply that answer by 5, and then add 10, and then you have to figure out what the final answer is. So it makes you think, and it makes you think abstractly too, without having to write everything down. So this is a good game. I enjoy playing this one too. I have it on my phone, like I said. So you should check this one out too. Yodel Math Mountain. This is pretty cool. I have a video here that shows you how it kind of works. You have to score as many points as possible before Hans falls off the mountain. And they're bonus games for going. You have to pay for this one. It's $2.99 on both Android and the iPad. But it's fun. I have this on my iPad for my kids at school, so you'll have to check this one out too. This is called Math Monsters. I couldn't find it on Android, but it's free on iPad. It's kind of like bingo. And you pick an avatar, and it gives you like 8 minus 8, for example, and you have to hit 0, but you're trying to find the 0 that's going to help you get you bingo the fastest. So here on this last one down here, the person got bingo and they win. So and you have 5 stars up here, and each time you get one wrong, it takes a star away. So you have 5 chances. So it helps you. It's really good, especially for younger kids. My 4th graders like this game. This is one of my favorite games. This is just addicting. It has all 4 operations that you can use. You can choose starter or advanced. They time you for 25 questions, so I'd try to see how fast I can get it. My wife and I were doing this together to see who could get it the quickest. So I actually have a video here of how it works. So your kids can practice as they go through it, and it has some harder ones for your more advanced kids, and it also has easier ones there for your kids that are strugglers. So check this one out. It's free on Android and free on the iPad. This one is just a multiplication game. It's an Android. I couldn't find it on Android, but it's free on the iPad. You can choose from how many questions you want to answer at each time. You can pick the maximum and minimum number. So this is a good one for your kids that might be struggling with your multiplication facts. You can kind of dictate what you want them to do and how you want them to go about it. And it also checks your answer so you know whether it's right or wrong, and then you kind of judge the pace that's going. So here's some screenshots and just how it goes here on how it goes. Alright, this was part 1. I'm going to do a part 2, and I will be back here in a second. Thank you.